Prologue. I was 13 when my cousin Delilah moved into the manor next door. She was everything I was not. Beautiful, charming. The daughter of a wealthy merchant. I was the gardener's daughter. Omega. Lived in the cottage behind the manor. We looked similar enough. Same dark hair, same height. But that was where the resemblance ended. Delilah wore silk. I wore dirt under my fingernails. She attended balls. I tended roses. When the Alpha King came to propose to her, I was in the garden. Knees in the soil, hands in the earth. He walked to the wrong door, knocked on my cottage instead of the manor, asked me to marry him, and when I told him he had the wrong woman, he looked at me and said, "No, I do not think I do. Sometimes the wrong door leads to the right place. Sometimes mistakes are fate correcting itself." Chapter 1, the knock came at noon. I was replanting roses. The summer heat pressed down like a hand. 3 sharp raps on my cottage door. I stood, wiped my hands on my apron. "A moment, please." I crossed to the door, opened it. A man stood there. Tall, dark-haired, handsome in a brutal way. Expensive clothes. A signet ring. "You must be Delilah," he said. I blinked. "No, I am Iris. Delilah lives in the manor." He frowned. "You are not the merchant's daughter?" "No. That is my cousin. I am the gardener's daughter." I gestured to the manor. "She lives there." He looked at me. Really looked. Then back at the manor. Then at me again. "You tend the gardens?" "Yes." "You grew the roses?" "Yes. They are beautiful." "Thank you." Silence. He stood there, staring. "Can I help you with something?" "I came to propose marriage. To Delilah." "Oh, well, she's in the manor. You should knock there." I turned to go back to my roses. "Wait." I stopped. Turned back. "Yes? What is your name again?" "Iris. Like the flower." He smiled. Slow, dangerous, appropriate. "I am Theron. It is nice to meet you, Theron. But truly, you want the manor. That is where Delilah lives." "Right. The manor." He did not move. "Is there something else?" "No. Just the roses. They are remarkable." "Thank you. I work hard on them." "I can see that." He left. Finally, walked toward the manor. I returned to my roses. I did not know he was the Alpha King, or that he had just made the biggest mistake of his life, or that he would refuse to correct it. Chapter 2. That evening, Delilah burst into my cottage. "You met him." Her voice was sharp. "The king. The king. The man who came today." "That was King Theron Blackwood. The Alpha King." My stomach dropped. "Oh, you sent him to the manor?" "Yes. He said he came to propose to you." "He did. And do you know what he said?" "What?" "That he made a mistake. That he proposed to the wrong woman." I froze. "What?" "He said he meant to propose to you, the gardener." "Not me. That is absurd. I am nobody. You are the merchant's daughter. I know." Her eyes narrowed. "What did you do?" "Nothing. I told him you lived in the manor. That was all. You must have done something. Said something." "I did not. I was covered in dirt. I was rude, if anything." "Well, he wants you." "Fix it. How?" "Tell him you are not interested. That he should marry me." "Delilah, I cannot just tell the king what to do. You can, and you will." She stepped closer. "This is my chance. I will not let you steal it. I am not trying to steal anything. Then fix it." She left. I sat alone, confused. The king wanted to marry me? That made no sense. The next morning he came back. Same knock, same time. I opened the door. "Your Majesty," I curtsied, belatedly. "Iris, I understand there was a misunderstanding yesterday." "No misunderstanding. I came to the right place. But you came to propose to Delilah." "I came to propose to the woman who tends these gardens, who grew these roses. I assumed that was Delilah. But it is not. No. It is you. Your Majesty, I am the gardener's daughter. Omega. I am not suitable. You are exactly suitable." This was insane. Chapter 3. Your Majesty, you should propose to Delilah. She is beautiful, wealthy, everything a queen should be. And you? I am a gardener. Yes. And that is all? No. He stepped closer. You are the woman who created beauty from nothing, who worked with dirt and sun and patience, who built something remarkable. I just plant flowers. You do not just plant flowers. You create art, life, hope. I stared. How do you know that? Because I walked through your garden yesterday. After I left the manor, I saw what you made. You walked through my garden? Yes. Every path, every corner, every rose. Why? Because I wanted to understand who you are. You could have just asked. Words lie. Gardens do not. My throat tightened. Your Majesty, I am honored. But you should marry Delilah. She is appropriate, expected. I do not want appropriate. I want you. Why? Because when I asked about the roses, you did not flatter or flirt. You said you work hard. That is honesty. That is rare. That is just fact. Exactly, he smiled. Will you marry me? Your Majesty, this is madness. Perhaps. But I am king. I can be mad if I choose. The court will never accept me. The court will accept what I tell them to accept. Delilah will hate me. Delilah does not matter. She is my cousin. And you are the woman I want. I stood there, covered in dirt, wearing a work dress. The Alpha King wanted to marry me. I need time to think. Take all the time you need. He turned to leave. But know this. I will not change my mind. Why are you so certain? Because I have spent my life surrounded by people who tell me what I want to hear. And you told me you work hard. That is such a small thing. No, it is everything. He left, and I stood there, dirt under my nails, wondering if I had just ruined my life or saved it. Chapter 4. The family meeting happened that night. Uncle Marcus, Aunt Beatrice, Delilah, my father, all of them staring at me. You must refuse, Uncle Marcus said. Uncle, I have not even accepted. But you will. And when you do, you will disgrace this family. How? You are a gardener. Delilah is appropriate for royalty. The king disagrees. The king is mistaken. Aunt Beatrice spoke. He came to propose to Delilah. You stole the proposal. I did nothing. He knocked on my door. And you should have sent him away. I sent him to the manor. Not strongly enough. Delilah's eyes were cold. This was mine. You took it. I took nothing. Then give it back. Tell him you are not interested. I cannot tell the king what to do. You can refuse him. And if I do not want to? The question hung in the air. Delilah stood. You would actually marry him? After knowing him one day? I do not know. But I will not refuse just because you want him. You selfish creature. I am not selfish. I am just tired of being invisible. Invisible? You live in our shadow by choice. No, I live in your shadow because you put me there. The truth escaped. Sharp. Clean. Uncle Marcus stood. If you accept the king, you are no longer part of this family. My father spoke for the first time. Marcus, that is extreme. No, it is necessary. She chooses. Family or crown. I looked at Delilah, at her cold eyes, at Uncle Marcus, at Aunt Beatrice. They had never seen me. Not really. I choose the crown. Delilah's face went white. Uncle Marcus looked like I had slapped him, and I felt, for the first time in my life, free. Chapter 5. The king returned the next morning. I was in the garden. Of course, he found me among the roses. Have you decided? Yes. He waited. Patient. I will marry you. Something in his expression shifted. Softened. You will? Yes. But you should know. My family has disowned me. Because you chose me? Yes. Then they are fools. Perhaps. But they are still my family. We're your family. Now I am your family. He crossed to me, took my dirt-stained hands. You are choosing me over everything. Yes. Why? Because you saw me. In the garden. In the dirt. And you did not look away. Why would I look away? Everyone does. I am the poor relation, the gardener's daughter. Useful, but invisible. You are not invisible to me. I know. That is why I said yes. He kissed my hand. Dirt and all. The wedding is in 1 week. 1 week? That is very fast. I am king. I do not wait. Clearly, he smiled. Will you be ready? I do not know. I have never been a queen. Neither has anyone else. Until they are. That is not reassuring. No. But it is true. He pulled something from his pocket. A ring. Simple. Beautiful. A single emerald. This was my mother's. She was a gardener too, before she was queen. My breath caught. She was? Yes. My father chose her over 100 noble ladies. The court was scandalized. What happened? She became the best queen the kingdom ever had, because she remembered where she came from. He slipped the ring on my finger. Perfect fit. I was going to marry the Alpha King, and I had no idea what I was doing. But for the first time, I did not care. Chapter 6. The week passed in a blur. Dressmakers, etiquette lessons, planning. Theron visited every day, helped me move from the cottage to the palace. But I insisted on one thing. I need a garden. You will have one. Not a royal garden. My garden, where I can work. He smiled. The south courtyard. It is yours. Thank you. On the day before the wedding, Delilah appeared. She found me in my chambers. You are really going through with this? Yes. You stole my life. No. I lived mine. He was supposed to be mine. He was never yours. He made a mistake. And when he realized it, he corrected it. The mistake was you. Perhaps. But he refuses to take it back. You are not even beautiful. No. But I am real. And that is what he wanted. Delilah's eyes filled with tears. I hate you. I know. But I am done being invisible to make you shine. You will fail. You will embarrass him. The court will reject you. Maybe. But I will try. Why? Because for once someone chose me. Not you. Me. She left, and I stood alone, wondering if she was right. That night Theron found me in the south courtyard. I was planting roses. The night before your wedding, and you are gardening. It calms me. Are you nervous? Terrified. Of what? Failing you. Being wrong. Not being enough. He knelt beside me. In the dirt. In his expensive clothes. You are enough. How do you know? Because you were here. The night before your wedding. Planting roses instead of primping. That is a bad thing. No. It is the best thing. It means you are still you. What if being me is not enough? It is. For me. Always. We planted roses together. King and gardener. And I almost believed him. Chapter 7. The wedding day arrived cold and bright. They dressed me in white silk, wove flowers in my hair. I looked in the mirror and did not recognize myself. Too clean, too polished, too much. The ceremony was massive. Hundreds of guests. I walked down the aisle alone. My father was not invited. Delilah sat in the crowd, face like stone. Theron stood at the altar, watching me approach. When I reached him, he whispered, "Breathe." I cannot. Yes, you can. Just look at me. I did. And the room faded. The priest spoke the words. We said our vows. When he asked if anyone objected, Delilah stood. My heart stopped. I object. Her voice rang through the hall. This woman is not fit to be queen. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Theron turned. Slowly. On what grounds? She is a gardener. Omega. Low-born. She has no training, no grace, no right. And you? I am the merchant's daughter. Appropriate. Expected. Yes. You are. And I do not want you. The hall went silent. I want the woman who built beauty from nothing, who works with her hands, who chose me over her family. He turned to me, took my hands. I came to the wrong house, knocked on the wrong door, proposed to the wrong woman according to everyone else, but I refused to take it back. Because it was not wrong. It was fate. Tears filled my eyes. You are certain? More certain than I've ever been. He looked at Delilah. She is my queen, and if you cannot accept that, leave. Delilah stood frozen. Then she walked out. Half the court followed. The other half stayed, and we finished the ceremony. When he kissed me, I tasted salt, tears, joy, fear, everything. Chapter 8. The reception was tense. Those who stayed were curious, skeptical. I was the scandal. The wrong woman who became queen. An old lord approached. Your Majesty. He bowed. What are your plans for the kingdom? I blinked. Plans? Yes. What will you do as queen? I will learn. And I will work hard. Work hard? Yes. The way I work in gardens. I will tend this kingdom the same way. He stared, then smiled. That is the best answer I've heard in years. He left. Theron appeared beside me. You are doing well. I have no idea what I'm doing. Neither did I. When I became king, that is not reassuring. No, but it is true. Later, in our chambers, he found me by the window, looking at the gardens. Are you happy? He asked. I do not know yet. Ask me in a year. Fair. He wrapped his arms around me. Do you regret it? No. Terrified. But not regretful. Good. Why did you really choose me? I told you. The roses. There is more. Yes. He turned me to face him. My mother was a gardener. She died when I was 10. I forgot what it felt like to be around someone real. Then I walked into your garden, saw what you built, and remembered. Remembered what? That beauty comes from work, not birth. That worth is earned, not given. I kissed him, and for the first time I believed I might actually belong here. The wrong house, the wrong woman, the right choice. Epilogue. 1 year later, I stood in the palace gardens, my gardens now, expanded, beautiful, filled with roses and lavender and hope. Behind me, children played, orphans from the city, learning to garden, to grow things, to find worth in work. Theron found me among the roses, still gardening, always. The court accepts you now, most of them. The rest will come around, maybe. I do not mind if they do not. No, I am too busy growing things. He pulled me close. I received a letter from your father. My heart skipped. What did it say? That he is proud, that he was wrong to stay silent, that he wants to visit. Tears filled my eyes. And Delilah? Married a duke, had a daughter. Good for her. She named the child Iris. I looked at him. She did? Yes. Your father says it is her way of apologizing. We stood together. King and queen, gardener and king. Do you remember? I asked. The day you knocked on my door? Every moment. You came to the wrong house. No, I came to the right house. I just did not know it yet. Everyone thought it was a mistake. It was the best mistake I ever made. And refusing to take it back? The second best decision. What was the first? Walking through your garden, seeing what you built, understanding who you are. I am still just a gardener. No, you are the queen who remembers she was a gardener. That is what makes you extraordinary. The Alpha King proposed at the wrong house, to the wrong woman, and refused to take it back, because sometimes the wrong choice is the right one. Sometimes mistakes are fate, and sometimes the gardener's daughter becomes the greatest queen the kingdom has ever known.